Gee, this is the one.
Okay, just want to make sure I don't mess it up.
Oh my God, Sherry, your way you hung that is perfect. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
That is makes me so happy.
Works better and it shouldn't fall.
That is
Yeah,
great.
real.
Palette cleansing. Are we turned
so these gotta
on?
go,
I had to actually put
Those
the
can
water
go.
on.
Lou's got one. This is fine.
and then
Gloves
you need
yesterday.
4 more for Lou.
He can do one.
Oh, okay.
And then Lou needs a pen.
Got it.
I don't see anything on the use tubes, but maybe Facebook is up already because they're up.
Facebook, I think, is going. Facebook's nice, so you can talk to them.
Okay. And then since if we're not on yet, we're gonna have to do this turnaround a smidgy quicker for the next
I
one.
think we're good.
All right.
Facebook there.
As always, we're just waiting for technology to keep up with me. I'm so quick and spry. I'm like a spring buck in the savannah on a summer morning. Beautiful day today. Downtown, up above downtown Geyserville, here at Squirrel Manor. And as soon as we get word that, as soon as we heard words that I am live and ready to go, we will be live and ready to go.
On YouTube.
YouTube is up. YouTube was flaccid on the first one, but up and ready to go on the second one. Can YouTube come? Can Facebook come on up? And I want a more than a should be or a could be. We've got the confirmation. We'll get professional. All right, places, everybody.
Places.
Welcome to God. What the hell? Has anybody ever done this stuff before? Silence! Welcome to Brad Beard's Taste Race, where everything's happy and delightful, and I don't yell at my staff like some well-known stars that are blonde and lesbian. The first judging round of the 2020 Crushing the Competition Tour. On our previous episodes, I asked you to create a wine blend that has color, uniqueness, nuance, and taste. And this is your chance to impress me. Or this is your chance to impress me and my squirrel friends to move on to the next round. Otherwise, I will ask you and your blend to oxidize away. With all the introductions out of the way, we are ready to introduce. This is our second table in round 1 of the left bank. So this is left bank, region 1, table 2 we are starting with. I'm just seeing that people are logging on. Should we redo that again? Or is that enough? Are we doing all right?
It's on tape.
All right, that sounds good. So,
Do not throw that pen at me.
I was going to go Carson Letterman on you.
I was.
And so here we go. Table number 2. Who was there at table number 2? We had Randy and John. Team name AZ Alzheimer's. Oh no. What was that? No.
Alchemist.
That was actually AZ Alchemists. I apologize about that. Sorry about that, guys. But the other one was probably appropriate as well. And then we have David Woodward, and I believe Judy's running around in there as well. We have and that is I Am Your Huckleberry. Everybody loves a good huckleberry. If you've never had one, it is a blueberry on crack. Speaking of on crack, we have the next team. It is Anna and Joe. It is the Happy Camphors. Camphor Phonique is what we like to call them. And we have our final team is Matt and Lisa, and with their strong brains, they have come up with the team Matt and Lisa. So thank you guys for really working hard on that. Here we go. This is a little bit different than the way we usually judge. I am the judge this time, and I will be picking the wines. I will be judging the wines, though, not based on what I believe these wines will taste like in the future. I'm not going into this looking for a wine that is big and bold and rich and dark or sexy like me or something that's a little lighter and fruitier. I'm just looking for the wine that impresses me and this is not a competition of table 1. It's not a competition of table 3 or 5 or 6 or all the others we're doing today. This is just the competition of table 2. So I'll be judging each one of these wines under individual merits and sending the next one through. You can't read it, but we can. Right here up in front, this says table 2, so I know that I'm judging table 2. The next thing down, this says JV. So as I'm judging these blind, I don't want to know whose wines these were or what the blend was. So we've got them blinded out here, and then I've got your card, got the JV, match the JV. We're going to make sure that we don't mess that up. So without further ado, we have one of my best friends. He's a longtime friend. We've known each other for as long as I've been in California permanently. His name is Lou, and Lou, come on up.
All right, Lou.
So guys, Lou, a little bit of background on Lou. First of all, he obviously has an amazing palate. That's why we're friends. Number 2, Lou knows more about Sonoma County wines than I believe anybody else in Sonoma County. His wine knowledge goes way beyond Sonoma County, of course, but since he is located here and focused here, he knows more about Sonoma County wines and the different types of styles of Sonoma County wines than anybody else. So we've got a great person to judge these fantastic wines. Do you have anything to say this morning, Lou?
No, happy to be here. Part of the blending experience.
It's awesome.
I'm the esteemed panel of judges
Yes,
to assist you.
we are. They are esteemed. That is absolutely a fact. All right. So what we're going to do is we're going to start. I'm just going to be going from this direction to that direction. This is left to right for you. It's right to left. We're going to be doing that, and Lou's going to taste along. So we're going to be looking at color, nose, beginning, middle, finish. All of the things that are really important overall impressions. So what's the overall impression of your wine? You know, there could be a little trip or a fall somewhere in the wine, but if overall we can, you know, take that out of the equation, so we'll just want those type of impressions from you today. All right. And I won't do to you what I did to Grady. by the way.
That's okay. I'm used to it. Yeah.
Actually, Grady is still here. Yeah, he's in the background. All right, so we have the first wine that we're judging. It is codenamed JV, and I'm going to look at some color. I'm going to put on my fancy glasses. Sort of medium in the color zone. It's got some nice darkness. Yes. Okay, nice color. Okay. What do you think about the nose?
Nose is a little light.
Okay.
Very nice mid-range. Good finish. Hello, Freddie.
You know, I'm going to forgive the light nose for the uplift. So you have this very light, gentle nose, and there's a really wonderful uplift on the beginning of the palate, right? There's, you have this nice, and then I'm going to say a good complexity throughout. So once we've raised up from the nose, we're staying kind of right in those mid-tones, nothing too earthy, nothing too dark.
Nice balance.
A little bit of spice is coming around in the mid. Grady, quiet. Sorry. Sorry. This wine has a, I'm going to go back a little bit. Mouthfeel's not in here, but this one, as my judging, it probably should be. But what my, this one has a silky mouthfeel. So it actually kind of leads me to believe that this one has a dominant of one of the wines that I know that was just a little bit more silky, and some nice, and a nice spice. So I'm getting strong, good cherries, plums, classics. The mouthfeel I'm enjoying. The tannins and the acid to me are not. They're not noticeable, but they're not. Not that they're not there, right? So it's not flabby, right?
It doesn't
But
have much
they're.
tannin.
So I'm finding that they're very well balanced. with this wine, and that's okay because once I have that nice silky mouthfeel, I'm not looking for a big tannin burst at the end. I've got this elegant wine in front of me. So this wine I would put on the elegant side.
Has nice brightness to the acids in mid palate.
It is. I'm finding it, and something that you know that I do is that we had a couple of wines. We blended with some wines that were a little younger and some wines that were a little older. And so right off the bat, my impression is that this is a nice, younger, fruitier wine. So I know that's a fact compared to some of these other ones that we're going to tell. Elegant. Okay. I'm going to give you, okay, that's got my smiley. I'll finish my smiley. What side of my smiley face as I come back to it? Overall impression, a very nice wine. I can enjoy that. All right, now for you, my friend, we are going to switch to RQ. Here we go.
It's slightly deeper in color.
It is. I could see it even as I was pouring it and as we're going right next to each other. Okay, a little deeper in color. You a little sharpness on the nose, are you?
A little bit. It has more going on.
More, but there's a little something sharp. Not a negative. Just let's see if we can spin that out. All right. It does make sense. This wine, starker, it's a little bigger. It needed another swirl in for me. So that oxygenated the wine a little bit more, and that balanced out that little bit of sharpness. Oh, yeah. Nice and rich. You know, I grew up a block away from Alice Cooper.
That's right. Vincent Fournier. He's from Arizona.
Yes. Closer, since Grady's way older than I am. He was much closer to Grady's age, but literally just a few blocks away. Kind of explains something was in the water. I'm finding this very pleasant, rocking all the way through.
Good drinker. Not as much going on as the first one, I don't think. It had more spice and more depth. But this is a very pleasant drink.
Something good to know. So this was a good drinker. The other one actually, even though it was a lighter wine, had more things going on. That may fix itself at a later date because it is a bigger wine. But like I keep saying, we're judging the wines based on today.
Living in the moment.
We are in the moment. Okay. Very nice, very nice. And for those of you that are just tuning in, you know, we're splitting hairs here. This is not one of those situations where there, you know, I'll let you know if there's a drastic situation. But between these two wines, very different wines, but they are running neck and neck, in my opinion, of wine of the moment. We are have a similar blend with a
Little cherry there starting to grow on me.
Is the cherry growing? You know what? I was kind of thinking the same thing too. The finish was a little bit more. That's why I'm gonna revisit. I'm gonna revisit this. We got ZM. I'm gonna. I go. Oops. Gotta turn these around. Make sure I'm. Yep. All right. We're doing good here. All right. Here we go.
The happy camphors.
The Happy Camphors. Oh, this isn't their blend.
Oh.
We don't know whose blend is who.
Okay.
These are just the people that we're
We're there.
judging. So
Got it.
these aren't in any. Oh my gosh, these aren't in any order, or are they? Weird. No, you saw me as this flipping around. I just laid these things out. We don't know whose they are. Those are just one of the people that this blend may be created from. I smell skunks. I think we have a skunk in the neighborhood. Maybe that skunk should go to the other side of the house before they do something. This is a very serious
I will
situation,
chase
and
the skunk
so
away.
what
Away,
we're going to
skunk.
do is we will direct all of the people that are angry about the nose smelling like skunk on this blend. Whoever made this blend is super skunky. Way to go!
Oh, it is a fire year.
Where's Fred? Did you chase off them? Come on, Fred.
Oh, I'm color, nice and sexy, a little darker than the other one. Very nice. Nose has a little more earth.
Yep. And on the palate, I'm getting much darker fruits.
We are definitely darker fruits. I'm also with the darker fruits come more tannin. I'm picking up a little more tannin. That's not a negative or a positive. This is just the perception of the wine. So this wine has actually a lot more tannin than the first two, but is the tannin masking the finish? Let's see. It's a strong, dusty cherry. The tannins are, they're not annoying. They're not too aggressive.
They're there.
Yeah,
They're not
and so
dominant.
it's just a thing. But are they there so much that we're missing out on that cherry?
It's still there.
I think the
Dark
cherry's still
cherry,
there.
Yeah. Actually, this with a nice steak.
A little more sustenance, a little more fat on the nose. Yes. So, I'm gonna go with that. Yes. Yes. I'm thinking that's pretty. It's got, and these numbers are really lining up equally. And so what I'm finding, to me, this is saying that this wine, as a bigger, bolder wine, they've still achieved balance. I'm finding balance in this wine. Okay. Give a little bit more here. How's our time frame? I sure wish I had some way to know what time was like.
We also have a little more time than you think. I think we told everybody it was going to be an hour, not a half an hour. So
Oh my God, nobody was here.
you can slow down.
Okay. We'll
Well,
slow.
should we light group one back up?
One is still chatting.
They're all still watching.
Sorry, group
Everyone's
one.
kind of watching together.
Sorry, group one. You know what? I might go back and check those wines out again. Make sure. Don't drink them all. All right, we will slow down. Thank you so much, Danny, for doing that. And all right, we're going to stop hustling along. We have. Oh,
So you might have to just revisit two in 10 minutes. So you have 10 minutes.
so in 10 minutes is when I'm supposed to be starting number two.
Correct.
I love it when school's in session while I'm on national TV. And it's excellent.
Nationwide audience.
Nationwide, national, worldwide.
But everyone can go
Worldwide.
back and watch them at any
Oh, absolutely. But what we will do, is we will get on schedule for these after this one. Thank God these were just our first two, and no one was really watching, as I can see the things scrolling by. All right, thank you guys very much. That was nice. That's still not going to affect my impression of that wine. That was I think, a really solid wine all the way through. I found that it had some really nice balance. That is nice. Okay. You need a piece of salami or anything?
Sure.
You're feeling all right? All right.
Thank you, sir.
You're welcome. I think I'll have a little taste as well. Kind of reset. All right. Let's go on to AB. AB will be the fourth wine that we taste today. All right. So everybody stayed on the darker side for these last three. This one was definitely our lightest, which allows it to stand out actually as a wine that's not fully rocking the heaviness. All right. I think it is the darkest color that we've seen so far. Yeah. Yep. Look at that. Yep. Probably by 3 or 4 shades. All right.
Nice aromatics right off the bat.
That's very interesting since these wines have a dominant of probably the same varietal.
Mm.
This one's definitely got, they're the same. A little more relaxed and a smidgen of cream. Where this one, just rich, dark plums, other dark dark fruit in the nose. Oh my gosh. All right. Here's where okay. I've been tricked, I say. So we have this very dark color. And we have this very rich nose. Then on the palate, all those flavors take 3 steps back and pick up a little creaminess. Am I crazy?
Yep. No. The nose is stronger than the palate.
Yes. Let's see where the crescendo comes. Let's see.
Mhm.
So I was really preparing for that darkness to intensify and possibly get into the out of balance range, but we've had a little powerful. Now we're kind of, let's see if it works. It's way back up. I have no problem with a wine that does that, but it was definitely unexpected. Wow, you remove the nose from this one. Elegance, subtlety, nuance. You got darkness running through. Sort of reminds me of the like a 13 Father, where you've got those brooding undernotes, but you've got this nice elegance that's kind of coming along with it.
There's pretty bright acids too. Not getting much in tannins.
Right. Yeah. We've definitely we started with one of the more well-aged, fuller-bodied wines for sure, but we've definitely lightened it up with some of those younger wines in there. Wow. Actually getting some nice creaminess, and actually the acids and tannins are coming in really nicely at the retronasal side of things. I'm getting to some nice, Yep. Okay. Let me zip back through these wines slowly. Oh my God, that tells me we would have been done at noon instead of at 6. Maybe we should have done the zippity doo dah day blending, tasting hoorah.
Plenty of time in between to refresh your palate.
We needed good palate refreshing, and thank goodness it's early, and so my palate didn't need a lot of refreshing. I'm going to pour a little bit more of this wine in there. So what would be really cool is if we had some sort of device that would tell me the time so I don't have to keep looking at my watch. Is there anything? I think actually I'm teasing. Actually, on one of my pads, I have a timer on it. So if you could get Danny's ear, he could get me one of those pads so I could monitor our time frame and all that kind of fun stuff. Wow. Okay, that was shoot. It actually was kind of funny. I wish you were tasting along with me on the first one. We've had 8 wines so far that I haven't found anything similar yet.
Yes, they've all been quite different.
These are all very quite different. Even though these 3, I'm guessing, but my guesses are probably pretty good. That these had a dominant, one of the wines being a little more dominant. But then we had 3 very different wines with this, and this is why I do it, guys. Hey, there's Freddie coming in. Did you go get everything? What's going on, buddy?
Did you get that skunk?
You got that skunk out of here. Hopefully he bit him right where the skunk don't count. But anyway, this is it amazes me time and time again. And after I've been doing this for so long, we're only dealing with 4 different wines here, where you would think you would get a lot of similarity. We have 4 very unique wines here. So great job, guys.
Did you have any inputs, people with the same blend?
We did not have an identical blend. We had some similars, from what I've been told. We are spreadsheeting all of your blends this time for the first time ever because we have some time to do so. So real quick here. So right now is when I should be starting the second blend. Is that correct? As far as my time, in 4 minutes, I should be starting what I've just completed.
Ahead of schedule. It's a good thing. We're efficient.
So, all right. How do I help out all my friends that were supposed to be tuning in at number 2?
Again, we take a quick break for like 10. Yeah, but that gives us time to reset.
Okay.
Yeah,
All right, we're gonna be fluid here for a few minutes as we're deciding on how we're gonna handle our snafu. If you're just tuning in right now thinking that I'm going to be tasting your blends, I've actually already tasted them. The one thing that I think we could do and should do is what we're going to do is once I've gone through this, it's going to take me about 10 minutes to make the final. What we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and close it out, call it 2. We'll restart early for 3, then we'll just hang out and chat. And then we'll start 3 on time, and then we will be set and ready to go.
Extra 10 in between to give you a potty break.
Oh, Grady thinks that my bladder can't handle this. All right. I wore my Depends. I was ready to not have to.
No breaks. He's going
Crush
right
the
through
competition.
it like an astronaut.
All right. Focus on these guys. All right, and Lou, this is me the place where I'm going to be tasting along, and then you're going to give me your overall impression of each wine, if you could, please.
Okay.
All right, so I'm going to taste number 1. That was JV. Okay.
My recollection was nice in color, lighter on the nose. Nothing big, just a nice, solid wine.
Really solid wine.
Nothing really stuck out of me, but nice, smooth, fills the whole palate. Good mouthfeel. A little brighter than the others.
It is. I'm liking it. It's standing out because it is brighter than the other wines, but just because it's not as powerful as the other ones, it still has wonderful flavors, good elegance. Yeah, solid wine all the way through. Very nice. You 2 extra check marks on that one. Okay. Okay, for next one,
Number 2.
number 2. Okay, what do you think?
I have to think way back to when
Yeah.
we did that a few
Oh,
minutes
I'm
ago.
sorry about that.
No, it had a nice color.
Mm-hmm.
That one was a little light in the beginning and the mid. So what it came on at the end.
It did. I thought from the nose, which I'm getting the benefit of these wines also being a little bit on the second pass here. I'm getting a really nice nose, a nice beginning, a nice middle. But right between the middle and the finish, we've got a little drop off. And the finish was nice, but I'm thinking back to that drop off. So even if the finish is longer than what my perception is, that's my only knock on the wine, is that there's a little drop off between the mid and the finish. The finish is very nice, but just we have this nice crescendo going up. Hit a little cliff, and then we had a nice long finish.
And a nice comeback. with
Yeah.
the finish.
Liking the nose in the middle. I'm going to upgrade this wine. I like the nose in the middle, in the beginning, middle better than I did before. Still going to have that little side. Okay. All right.
We're saying, Lou, speak up a little.
Okay.
Someone was saying they're having a hard time hearing him.
Not a problem at all. We can handle that. And then we can take this thing that's from out and move that in just a little bit.
Okay.
Hopefully that's a little better. So all right, we'll project.
good.
You know,
From the diaphragm. Yes.
somebody that's in a rock and roll band.
Yes.
Crank it up.
But
Crank up the
yeah, I'm the drummer, not the singer.
Well, you got to make sure your background vocals
Yes,
come up.
I'm backgrounds at
all
best.
right, okay.
Yes, and trust me, you don't want to hear me. This I thought was the most solid one.
Okay.
From beginning to end, the color, excellent aromatics, solid throughout.
Yes. Very good from the front to the back. Nothing jumping out, and really saying hello though. I like it all the way. But is there something that's giving me some? I'm looking for something in this wine. I don't know what I'm looking for. That's really good all the way through.
Yeah.
That's a very nice wine.
Not missing anything.
Um,
With a nice strong finish. Has
Actually-
nice spices in there.
You're
Nice dark fruit.
you're right. I was just starting to focus on thinking about the finish. Really nice tannin, good structure. Again, there, but not aggressive, not annoying me. They're there. They're telling me they're a good, happy thing, and not overwhelming the fruit. And this is the one I asked you: is there still fruit behind the tannin?
Oh yeah.
And actually, I don't think the fruit's behind the tannin. I think it's with the tannin, and that's the one thing I think you'd be looking for. Also means that the acid is there in balance as well. Yeah. That's a contender, baby. All right,
The fourth and final.
hit me. I'll start sniffing and swirling. You tell me what you think.
Oh, was there this one? Strong, good nose.
Project, my strong friend.
This has more. I thought more tannins and more dark fruit. A little more acid.
I agree with all those things, but the other thing that I'm noticing in this wine is that there is a fantastic balance on the undercurrent. Even though this wine is a little more full-bodied than the last two, definitely more full-bodied than this one. But there is a nice undercurrent of subtlety and nuance that I'm getting out of this wine. And so it's the subtlety and nuance. It's not the main notes in this wine that are making me the happiest. It's actually the underlying notes that are making this wine exciting for me. The reason why it's exciting, when you have those fuller-bodied flavors, typically they can be pretty one-dimensional. What this wine has achieved is that it has those more full-bodied flavors that are running on an upper note, but there's some complexity and subtlety underneath. Are you getting any of that?
Yes, definitely going to need the undercurrents.
And see,
Really
it's the
good
undercurrent
mouthfeel,
is
yeah.
what's making this wine, to me, it's getting an edge to me because of those the undercurrents. If it stayed all intense notes, it would not be a winner for me. But because this wine has some of that subtlety and nuance underlying, this wine is
And it's very bright with the cherry.
yeah, you see, and actually, your point to it is they got those they have those big tannins, more full-bodied fruit. Well, what they did is they used one of the younger wines to really elevate the acid. And when we're talking about cooking, we're talking about fats, and we're talking about acids, and we're talking about tannins. And so what they've done is taken a wine that would have been brooding and most likely one-dimensional, and this wine has been able to bring out some subtlety and nuance, and it's the acid from the younger one that's in here that's doing it. Very interesting. And then just a nice over impression on the nose. Nice finish. I'm gonna leave this over here for a second. That's nice too.
They're all nice.
Yes, but are they nice enough?
That is to be determined.
All right. This is edging it out on the nose. Did you see that wasp try to eat me?
Well, no, because I would have bolted.
This one's edging out on the nose.
That one, as I recall, had the lightest nose.
It did. There's some really nice things going on in the mid here. And it's going to be a 2-sip. Take one to get this guy out. second one, you actually start picking up the nuances.
I like the color. It's lighter, but it has
It's a
an
beautiful,
interesting
beautiful, kind of like a light ruby garnet versus these other ones going into dark, going into the darker side. Anything that you notice different from the first taste to the second?
magenta. It's a little brighter. It's more of a top palate than a mid palate.
Yep. It's riding high.
Yep.
Could last a long time, even though it's a younger, fruitier wine. But that's not part of the judging today. Okay. Any final thoughts?
No, all very nice. I liked the bigger ones. That's just me. My vote was for the third one, but you're the one who counts.
I've made my decision.
And the winner is.
This is a toughie. I really, everything was fantastic. Super solid wines, obviously. And then we went for uplifting and brighter, a little richer, and just like the last wine, to me, it's coming down to the nose. This is a super fantastic wine. Be drinking that all day long. Love it. Great wine. This one probably I'd like to have a little snacky snack with it. Although the acids are pretty strong in this. The tannins are stronger in this one. The acids are stronger on this one. So they do the exact same thing for food and wine pairings. But this one's eking it out actually by the nose. We're eking that out. That's the winner. That's the winner, baby. All right, AB, you are the winner. That's a tough one. Actually,
Hello, everyone.
you know what we're doing? There might be a Danny with some screen time.
And then I gotta put.
There we go. And just let you guys know, we're gonna throw a twist in. So at some point during this competition, we're gonna bring back all of our girls, and we're gonna pick some wines that maybe get thrown in and this one might be one of those wines that comes back in and wins the race. Come back. So that one might be a wine that comes back around. That is very nice. Gosh dang it again, but all of them absolutely fantastic. Thank you very much, Lou. And the really nice, exciting thing is that now we are only 50 minutes from being on time. But what we're going to do here is we're going to fill this time. I've made a decision. We're going to do a little bit of the Brad and Grady show, our classic happy hour action where we banter back and forth and talk about some fun things. There's some great things that are coming up. So for you guys wanting to hang out and keep chatting while I'm zipping into that one, we do have about 45 minutes that I need to get back on track because it's not fair if you were going to be turning into your time and I've already got it done. So what we're going to do though is we're going to close this session out, and then it takes us about 4 to 5 minutes to bring the session back up, and then we can continue the chats. Is that correct, Grady? Am I speaking? And then once we can get it back up again, Grady and I will be chatting, discussing. I need to do some palate cleansing so that I can prepare for the next wines, and we can discuss why that's important and all those kind of things. So we're gonna shut things down for 5 minutes max. It's not, we got to shut it down, restart it, because we can only do actually a couple of hours of these things as far as live streams. So
Maybe 6 minutes.
it might take Grady 6 or 7, but please hang tight. Think about what I was discussing. Was it your wine? Would love to hear your guesses on what the wines were. We're not going to tell you, but I will ridicule you.
We're guessing.
I will
Making good
absolutely
guesses.
ridicule you. Should I ridicule the Zen people?
No, not yet. We've got
Oh,
all
not
day.
yet. We have a whole day. All right, we got a lot of stuff to talk about. So hold on tight. Go back. Actually, now switch screens. Start working on what you were supposed to be working on at work. And then in 6 minutes, when you get the notification that it's good times and your boss is back in their office, switch back over to our channel and we'll see you shortly. All right, guys, let's make sure these things get